What's going on, guys? Welcome back to carx Drift Racing. Today we're going to be taking a look at another brand new VDS spec tune and livery tutorial, this time for the MK4 Supra. You guys know the drill. We're going to hop into some driving clips against my GTR, which I do think is my previous best VDS tune, and then I'm going to be giving you guys the tune and livery for yourselves. As always, guys, if you do enjoy the tune or the livery, feel free to leave a like down below, subscribe for more carx content just like this, and I'll see you guys in the gameplay. Alright guys, so here we are in the competition spec MK4, and as you guys can tell, it's an absolute beast. I am running the stock 2JZ engine in this car, which puts out just over 1,000 horsepower and keeps this car really quick. It is a bit heavier at 1410, but I think that the power makes up for it pretty well. This is one of my favorite competition cars to drive yet, and I do think the livery might just be my best work. Let's head over to the tune. Alright guys, so starting us off with our tune, we got our body kit first. We're running the third one in from the right, and for wheels we got these guys. They're going to be the very last wheel in the D-spec category. Heading into the dyno stand, guys, we got our lengths at 16 and 14, stiffness at 190, fast bump at 1930 and 2560, fast rebound at 6120 and 6800, damper bump at 3310 and 3430, and damper rebound at 11240 and 10240. Front toe is at 0.8, rear is at negative 0.1, cameras at negative 6.9 and negative 0.73, anti-rolls are 30 and 40, 10 caster, 25 Ackerman, and max steering angle as always. For wheels, we got 19s with 295s. Now, if you guys are on console, unfortunately, you won't have a 295 tire. What you're going to want to do is run a 285. I actually tuned this car with 285s on it, so don't worry guys, they still feel great. Our front tire pressure is 120, rear is at 90, 100 wheel adhesion front and rear, tracks at 1, base is at 0, and we got 30 tire profile. Engine's maxed out for a 1,013 horsepower. Transmission, we got our diff at 0.9, final drive at 3.55, gear 1 at 3.82, gear 2 at 1.7, gear 3 at 1.4, gear 4 at 1.32, gear 5 at 1.25, and gear 6 at 1.15. For brakes, we got our torque at 1565, bias at 70%, no ABS, no launch control, and we are running that ultimate setup as always. Now, of course, that's going to do it for our tune, guys, but I do owe you a livery tutorial, so let's head over to the editor. Alright guys, so starting off with our livery, we're going to want to start with a plain black car. Our first move is going to be to make the nose of the car white with basic shapes, so we're going to grab our square once again, throw symmetry on. We don't want to go too far, that's looking pretty good. Up next, we're going to grab a second square here and draw a straight line. We're going to make it really wide. We're going to draw a straight line from the bottom of the wing into that front fender. So this is looking pretty good, but we're also going to want to look at how that's meeting with the rear window as well. So if it needs a little more rotation, that's fine. So really what I'm looking for is just to make sure this line is pretty clean and flush, and then you want to make sure that you're kind of meeting in the front of the fender over, if you're running this body kit, this little wing right here. We throw symmetry on, so we got that on the other side, looking good. And we just got the front here as well. Symmetry on once again. Then we got a little roof line as well that we're going to cover up, and that is our base layer. Up next, guys, we're actually going to want to go to the bottom here, and we're going to go into this section with all the textures, and there's going to be a circle with kind of like a fade out. We're going to grab this, we're going to put it onto the back wheel and make it nice and big. We're going to stretch it out the long way a little bit as well. Now, this is where you guys can get creative. Whatever color you guys want to run here, you totally can. That's perfectly fine, but we're going to want to make sure that it's at the bottom. The reason for that is because we want the white on top so that this color doesn't shine out onto the white, just the black. I like purple for my livery, but again, you guys can choose any of these colors. It's all going to look great. I almost went with blue as well, but I am going to go with my purple once again. Our next layer is going to be a texture once again. We got our stars in here. We're going to make this real big. Now you got to be careful, guys, because it will spill over the edge and it'll look terrible, so you don't want any of that, but you do want it to fill up the whole side. So getting the sizing right is very important, and something like that is looking great. And what we want to do with this one, guys, just to bring the effect down a tiny bit, is lower our opacity so that the stars blend into the sky like so. And there's our effect. We are in the home stretch for our livery here, guys. We just got our decals. We're going to grab the big Force logo first, and we're going to move this one all the way to the front because we want this on the front of the white. Make it real big all the way, fender to fender, just a tiny bit of space, and we are going to let that E get interrupted by our vent. Looking good. We're actually able to symmetry this one as well. Up next, we got our bottom logos. We got Storm first. Got it here. Again, we want to make sure that it's not on any seams or body lines that it shouldn't be. Get it to a nice reasonable size. Looking good. After that is Drift Hunters. Nice and centered. Again, looking out for our body lines, making sure that our logos have the same weight in scale. And the last one is going to be Hot Parts. We're going to put this one. So if you guys don't have this body kit, you can run this over here, but as you can see, it gets behind our fins. So I like to put this sticker over here for this car. But if you guys have a standard body kit, it would work fine in the traditional placement. And there are our side skirt logos. Looking good. Next, we're going to want to throw our Fire Baby sticker. Now, I know this isn't available on console, or at least according to you guys, it's not available on console. So if you guys can't find this sticker, it's totally fine to grab a different one with the same effect. I just really like this sticker. We're going to put this here. Now, symmetry is not going to work for this one, so we're going to do that on the other side, but the bottom ones should work. And there we go. We'll do the Fire Baby sticker on this side. Unfortunately, it does have to go over the gas cap a little bit, but I think that's okay. Try and get it in the least invasive way possible if you can. Somewhere like that might look nice. And then we got one more sticker before we move on to our VDS, numbers, flags, and banner. That's gonna be over, where is it? The bus graffiti. Right there. Okay, cool. Then we're gonna move this to the back, down in the corner here. And once again, guys, gonna wanna lower our opacity so that it blends in to the design, like so. Gonna add just one more of those onto the other side. And that is gonna complete our livery. Now, if you guys are looking to run this on the road, you're all set. The vinyl is done. However, if we're gonna run this in a competition, there's a few VDS things that we're gonna wanna add. If you guys are looking for the specifics on that, I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below to our GTR video where I do walk you step by step on how to do it. I'm gonna time lapse it for this video though, because it does get a little boring doing it over and over, so here we go. And there we go, guys, a finished VDS spec tune and livery ready for the track. As always, guys, if you do enjoy the tune, livery, or video, feel free to leave a like down below, subscribe for more carx content just like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.